Okay, so this video, like you imagine, will focus on the idea of Purim. But this year, we imagine that you already know who are the main characters. So the idea is not to retell the story again. But I have a question I would love to ask my teacher, my friend, my colleague Rabbi Farber. At the end of the day, people will agree that what Esther did with the king is to go and lobby for a cause. In this case, was the cause of saving the Jews from death. So my question is, lobby. When you heard the word lobby, as a positive connotation, when people hear about lobbying, they say, no, that's not for us.
I think what's happened is because we hear so much about lobbying, strictly for people who want to create a benefit to themselves, particularly economic, that people, when they focus on that, it gives a very bad connotation. But lobbying, as it is in the book of Esther, which is the serious part of the book of Esther, because it's telling the Jewish people, if you don't have somebody to lobby in your behalf, if you don't have an influence upon the leadership, which was the king in those days, if you don't have a friend that you could talk to about what's right and wrong, who has power in the government, you're dead. And this is the book about you have to, when you're a minority, learn how to lobby. But if you're going to lobby strictly for your own economic benefit, to promote your own business, in America, I think it's taken on a negative connotation, which is a shame, because there's been some great lobbying for wonderful moral and ethical causes.
Now, people know that when we record these videos, it's not exactly the same hour that they see it. But one of the headlines today was that in Uganda, this crazy president decided that it's fine to kill homosexuals. No? So what should an American citizen do with something like this?
Right.
What do you expect your government to do?
Well, what I expect my government is, besides to issue a protest, which is fine, because nobody cares if they say it's negative, because they don't care what we say. It's what we do. We should be lobbying, standing side by side with the gay and lesbian lobby in America, which has been lobbying for justice and for equal rights, and we stand with them. Well, we have to spread it beyond our own borders, because this is beyond equal rights. This is literal survival. They're in danger. Their lives are in danger in Uganda. And we have to isolate Uganda. We have to call for sanctions. We're willing to put sanctions upon countries who are a threat to us, like Iran, in terms of the nuclear power. It's a threat to us, so we're in our own interest, we lobby to prevent them from getting a nuclear weapon. We have to lobby in behalf of moral causes, in behalf of human rights. And we should call upon our government to do everything it can to isolate Uganda and to punish them with harsh economic restrictions that might motivate them to think a second time about this horrible thing that they've done with this law that not only discriminates again, but puts the very lives of gays and lesbians in their country in danger.
So you have no doubt that after listening to this short dialogue, you realize that Purim is so actual like 2,500 years ago when Esther lobbied for a cause. So when somebody says to you, you Jews only cares about Jews, you say, I care about Jews, but not only about Jews. Every time there are people in danger, will be there. Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.